So I do get asked quite a lot to do specialised video presentations of some of the places that we've been travelling to. And I have to say, at the moment, the most asked for experience isn't what you think it'd be. Generally, when people from OS think of Australia, and Western Australia in particular, they think of snakes, crocodiles, sharks, drop bears, stuff like that. Mates in the eastern states, they don't really think much of WA at all. Sometimes how far away it is, or the bush chook is a funny name for a beer, or maybe how much they love to beat the West Coast Eagles. But that's about it really. However, when I put the word out about what did people really want to see, the biggest response was rocks. We want to see big ass rocks. So this video is dedicated for you guys. Now, I'm not talking about places with lots of rocks or pebbles like an English beach. I'm talking about places with just one rock, but this rock is bloody huge. Not huge like a car or an elephant or even a building, but big like a suburb. Now that's pretty big. Most people, when they think of big rocks, they think of Ayers Rock or Uluru in the Northern Territory, which is a big rock. In fact, number 2 in the world. Numbers 1, 3, 4, 5, down to about 32 are all here in WA. So why so many big ass rocks in WA, you ask? Like the rest of the landscape here, it was formed hundreds, thousands of millions of years ago. Now I'm not going to go into the geology of it all now, just accept that it's here and it's old. Over the eons, the rocks have weathered slowly, forming different shapes, sometimes looking like giant waves frozen in time. Sometimes water slowly seeps through cracks and fissures in the rocks, gradually dissolving salts from the rock to form interesting caves and tunnels. Here you can see, after a shit ton of time, the weight of the world has gotten too much for the side of this rock, and it has fallen to form a cave. This cave is just wide enough to walk through, even harder to fly a drone through, just showing you how gun a pilot I've become. Hey Alistair. Oh fuck. Now these rocks are not only used for decoration, but some also have a practical side as well. It's dry here in WA. So dry that water is a precious commodity, and rain a rare thing. Over 100 years ago, the people around Beringbooding Rock noticed that water didn't soak into it like it did with sand, and this may be something that they could exploit. So, with some clever use of concrete and smaller rocks, they constructed a series of walls that channeled rainwater into a large holding tank. The roof of this holding tank looks like it's in poor repair, but this is done by design. A young Scottish engineer who had moved to WA in 1912, called Aberdeen Fitzgibbon, pioneered a way of minimising water evaporation. Known as the Mansouver effect, it's achieved by covering extremely large water tanks in a way that looks like entropy has taken its course, leaving 11.274% of the total surface area free from coverings. Science today tells us that evaporation is reduced through the transmutation of pseudoplasmic coupling, made effective by the Mansouver effect. It's fair to say though that Fitzgibbon was way before his time. So as you can see, the sun still goes down here in the west. So I hope that you've enjoyed this trip around WA's top big ass rocks. Please do leave a comment or a like, and feel free to share as well. The world needs more sharing. We look forward to hearing from you all again soon.